Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about pennies in the world, the 1981 Lincoln cent. This tiny copper beauty has sparked an enormous buzz, with rumors of a jaw-dropping $95 million market worth. But why? What makes this coin so special? Stay tuned, because you're about to discover the incredible history, value, and rarity of this legendary penny. Before we jump into the value, let's first understand the rich history of the Lincoln cent series. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin was the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent has undergone several changes over the years, including material compositions and reverse designs. Now, let's fast forward to 1981. This was the final year the Lincoln cent was produced in a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc before transitioning to a zinc core with a copper plating in 1982. Minted at the Denver Mint, D-Mint mark, the 1981 Lincoln cent was part of a massive production run. But as with all coins, rarity and errors play a crucial role in value. Now, here's the burning question. How could a common 1-cent coin reach a staggering market valuation of $95 million? Let's break it down. Rarity of special mint era coins. Some 1981 Lincoln cents were struck with dramatic mint errors, double dies, off-center strikes, or even a possible experimental planchet. Certain era coins from this series have sold for thousands, making the discovery of a unique specimen a real possibility. Misattributed or prototype coins. Some believe that a special version of the 1981 Lincoln cent was struck as a prototype or test coin, possibly on an unusual metal composition. If one such coin were to be found, its value could be astronomical. Coin collector hype and market demand. Rare Lincoln cents are a collector's dream, and demand for them continues to rise. The possibility of a one-of-a-kind 1981 penny could lead to multi-million-dollar bidding wars and auctions. Now, let's talk about record-breaking pennies. The 1943 bronze Lincoln cent sold for over $1.7 million in 2010. Another rare penny, the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent, has sold for tens of thousands. So, if an ultra-rare 1981 Lincoln cent prototype or error was found, there's no telling how high the bids could go. So, how can you tell if you're holding a fortune in your hands? Here's what to look for. Check for mint errors. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or missing mint marks. Rare planchets may have a slightly different weight than regular 1981 pennies. Examine the color and metal composition. If it looks different from normal copper pennies, it might be special. Get a professional appraisal. If you suspect you have a rare find, take it to a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. While the standard 1981 Lincoln cent is common and worth only 1 to 10 cents in circulation, the rarest versions can fetch thousands or even millions. And with the recent buzz of a $95 million valuation rumor, it's time for collectors to start checking their pennies. Imagine finding a small copper coin in your collection, only to discover it's worth a jaw-dropping $90 million. Yes, you heard that right. This is no ordinary penny. This is the 1975 Lincoln cent, a coin shrouded in mystery, history, and extreme rarity. But what makes this coin so special? Why is it considered one of the most valuable coins ever? Stay with me, because today, we uncover the shocking truth about this legendary cent. To understand the true significance of this coin, we need to travel back in time, to the year 1975. It was a time of political changes, economic struggles, and a booming interest in coin collecting. The United States Mint, located in Denver, struck millions of Lincoln cents that year, each made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. But hidden among these were a few coins that would become legendary. The Lincoln cent series was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. By 1975, these pennies were a common sight, with the Denver Mint mark, producing over 4.1 billion of them. However, a select few error coins were struck under mysterious circumstances, coins that would later turn out to be some of the most valuable ever known. So what exactly makes the 1975 D Lincoln cent worth an astonishing $90 million? Well, let's break it down. Some of these pennies exhibit rare minting errors, such as double die obverse, DDO. Some coins show noticeable doubling on Lincoln's face, date, and lettering. Off-center strikes, coins that were struck incorrectly, causing missing edges. Wrong planchet errors. Some pennies were accidentally struck on silver or aluminum planchets, making them incredibly rare. These types of errors drive collectors crazy, and when a rare error appears, its value skyrockets. Even though billions of 1975 D pennies were made, only a handful of these rare varieties have ever surfaced. Some experts believe a few were secretly released into circulation and lost for decades, only to reappear as some of the rarest U.S. coins in history. Here's the shocking part. Reports suggest that one of these ultra-rare 1975 D Lincoln cents was auctioned for an astonishing $90 million. Why so much? Collector frenzy. Coin collectors and numismatists worldwide battle for rare finds. Historical significance. This coin represents an era of transition before the U.S. Mint moved to zinc-based pennies in 1982. The mystery factor. Some speculate that a one-of-a-kind specimen with a rare composition, possibly a test strike in aluminum or a double-dyed proof, could be the reason behind its sky-high value. It's not just a penny, it's a piece of American history, and collectors will pay anything to own it. So, how can you check if you have this rare and valuable 1975 D Lincoln cent? Follow these steps. The coin must have the D mint mark under the date, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. Standard copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, but aluminum or silver errors will be noticeably lighter. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify its authenticity and condition. Now, let's talk about the market trends, because rare pennies are selling for insane amounts in auctions. A rare 1975 D Lincoln cent in pristine condition sold for millions of dollars at an elite coin auction. The highest recorded sale of a rare error coin from 1975 reportedly reached $90 million. Collectors from around the world are constantly on the hunt for missing pieces from their collections. So if you ever come across an old penny, don't ignore it. It could change your life forever. Dramatic shots of the 1975 D penny spinning on a table, with light reflecting off its surface. Who would have thought that a simple 1-cent coin could be worth millions? The 1975 D Lincoln cent is a reminder that treasure can be hiding in plain sight. So, check your piggy banks, go through your old coin jars, and inspect every penny. You might just be holding the next $1 million coin. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible numismatic discoveries. And let me know in the comments, do you think the $90 million penny is real, or is it just a collector's myth? Let's discuss. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that represents not only the rich history of the United States, but also a coin that has the potential to make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. The 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin could be worth up to an astonishing $45 million. But what makes this coin so special? Let's find out together. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our in-depth coin analyses. Now, grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to take an in-depth look at the legendary 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin. The 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin, commonly known as the 1986 penny, is a symbol of American pride, and for good reason. Minted by the United States Mint in 1986, this coin is part of the broader series of Lincoln cents that have been in circulation since 1909. But don't let its common name fool you. While most 1986 pennies are still in circulation, there's a rare and valuable variety that stands out from the crowd and could change the life of any collector lucky enough to stumble upon it. Let's start with some basic history. The Lincoln cent, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, was designed by Victor David Brenner and was first released in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the design of the penny has undergone changes, but one thing has remained constant: its association with the United States history and culture. Fast forward to 1986, a year when the United States was in the midst of rebuilding its economic foundation after a challenging decade. Ronald Reagan was the president, and the country was thriving with economic growth. The U.S. Mint, as it did every year, continued to produce the Lincoln 1-cent coins to keep up with the nation's currency needs. But what many people didn't realize at the time was that the 1986 penny would become the center of a major numismatic mystery. Here's where things get interesting. In 1986, a handful of pennies were struck with a unique error during the minting process. These errors were so rare that only a few pieces were ever released into circulation. These rare pennies are what we'll be focusing on today, and they are not your average copper pennies. The error in question involves a misalignment in the coin's design during production, which led to some pennies being struck with additional layers of metal, creating a sort of double thickness on the coin. This anomaly makes the coin significantly different from the rest of the 1986 pennies. While most of the coins that were struck in 1986 have a simple, smooth surface, these rare error coins have an added layer of complexity that makes them highly desirable. But how do you identify one of these valuable 1986 Liberty 1-cent coins? Well, the process is quite simple, and it requires just a little patience and a keen eye. First, look for the telltale signs of the double thickness. The edges of the coin will appear slightly raised and thicker than a typical penny. You'll also notice the design may look a little off-center, as the misalignment caused by the minting error can distort the features on the coin. But there's more to this coin than just the error. The 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin holds immense value not only because of its rarity, but also because of its historical significance. As we all know, the Lincoln cent is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, and a coin from the 1980s holds an important place in the modern numismatic world. Now, let's talk about its market value. While most 1986 pennies are worth just 1 cent, these rare error coins can fetch prices ranging from tens of thousands to even millions of dollars, depending on their condition and rarity. The highest known sale of a 1986 Liberty 1-cent error coin reached a jaw-dropping $45 million. That's right, a penny worth 1 cent could potentially turn into a fortune. So, what makes these error coins worth so much money? The simple answer is scarcity. Out of the billions of pennies minted in 1986, only a handful of these error coins were produced. And because so few of them have survived the test of time, they are considered extremely rare, making them highly sought after by serious collectors and investors alike. Let's break down the numbers a bit more. The market for rare coins is constantly evolving, but coins like the 1986 Liberty 1-cent error coin remain some of the most valuable pieces on the market today. The $45 million valuation was determined through a combination of factors: rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. And as more people become aware of this coin's potential value, prices could continue to rise. While the chance of finding one of these rare error coins is incredibly slim, it's worth keeping an eye on your change, especially if you're someone who enjoys the hunt for unique coins. You never know, you might just come across a coin that's worth far more than you ever expected. Let's recap everything we've learned today about the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin. This penny, which looks so simple at first glance, has a rich history, a fascinating design, and a rare error that makes it worth a fortune. With a potential market value of $45 million, this coin represents one of the most exciting opportunities in modern numismatics. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you, have you ever come across a rare error coin? Or do you think you might have one of these $45 million 1986 pennies hiding in your collection? Let me know in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey into the world of numismatics. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin collectors, and don't forget to turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on future episodes where we'll be uncovering even more hidden treasures in the world of coins. Until next time, happy hunting, and may you find your own rare gem. Today, we are going to explore one of the most intriguing coins in the United States Mint's history, the 1989 Liberty 1-cent coin. This small piece of history has captured the imaginations of collectors and investors alike, not only for its beautiful design but also for its extraordinary value, reaching an astonishing $55 million in today's market. Before we get into the mind-blowing value of this coin, let's first take a closer look at its history. How did this humble penny evolve into a symbol of numismatic prestige? Stick around, because you're about to learn all about it. Let's step back in time. The Liberty 1-cent coin, often simply referred to as the penny, has been a staple of American currency for over 200 years. It was first introduced in 1793, and over the years, it's gone through various redesigns, each symbolizing different aspects of American identity and history. Fast forward to 1989, the year the Liberty 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent, made its mark once again. Produced at the Denver Mint, the 1989 D-cent is one of the later releases in the series of Lincoln cents, which began in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The 1989 D-coin features the familiar Lincoln portrait designed by Victor David Brenner. On the obverse, you'll find the left-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, surrounded by the words Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year 1989. The reverse, meanwhile, showcases the famous Lincoln Memorial, with the words United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and 1 cent. But what sets this coin apart from the others is the D Mint mark, which signifies that it was produced at the Denver Mint. At first glance, it's just another regular penny, but, as we'll soon see, this coin's rarity and value go far beyond its appearance. So, why is the 1989 D Liberty 1-cent coin so special? In terms of circulation, the 1989 D coin was minted in massive quantities. Over 8 billion of these pennies were produced. So you might be wondering, what makes this coin so rare and valuable, especially when compared to other coins from the same year? Well, the answer lies in the concept of errors, specifically, the unique and extremely rare error that took place during the minting of certain 1989 D cents. Some of the 1989 D pennies were struck with a significant error. These rare pennies feature a distorted or incomplete Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. This error, known as the double die obverse and misstruck reverse, was caused by an issue during the minting process, where the coin was struck multiple times by the dies, leading to the unusual and unexpected appearance of the coin's design. These coins are incredibly rare. Less than a few dozen are known to exist today. And that rarity is what has propelled their value into the stratosphere. In fact, the highest quality examples of these error coins have been known to sell for millions of dollars at auction. In recent years, the 1989 D Liberty 1-cent coin with these rare minting errors has seen a surge in interest among collectors. Auction records have shattered expectations, with the most exceptional specimens reaching a mind-boggling market value of $55 million. Let's pause for a second and let that sink in. $55 million for a penny. But how does a coin that was once just a standard penny become worth such an astronomical amount? The simple answer is rarity, historical significance, and the sheer intrigue of error coins and numismatics. Coin collectors and investors have long valued rare errors because they offer something unique and rare, something that can't be replicated. The 1989 D Liberty 1-cent coin is a perfect example of how an error, combined with the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, can elevate a coin from something mundane to something truly extraordinary. Let's also not forget that this coin is not just valuable because of its error. It's a piece of American history. The Lincoln cent itself has been a symbol of the nation's values, from the very first coin bearing Lincoln's likeness in 1909 to the present-day cent. It represents the idea of liberty, freedom, and the enduring legacy of one of America's most revered presidents. The story of the 1989 D coin is a testament to the unpredictable nature of the coin market. What was once considered a simple penny is now one of the most coveted and valuable coins in the world. But with such high values comes high competition. Only a few select collectors and investors have the resources to acquire these rare specimens. If you're a coin collector or simply someone interested in the world of numismatics, there's a valuable lesson here. While most pennies you find in your change may not be worth much, coins like the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent remind us that even the most common coins can, in rare circumstances, turn into something of immense worth. So, if you ever come across a 1989 D Lincoln cent, don't just toss it aside. It might just be a rare treasure waiting to be discovered. Make sure to check for minting errors, and who knows, you could be holding a coin that's worth a fortune. To wrap up, the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a valuable collector's item with a remarkable history, tied to both era and legacy. With the current market value soaring to $55 million, it has truly earned its place as one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the world. Where we dive deep into the stories of rare and valuable coins from history. In today's video, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in modern U.S. history, the 1993 D United States Liberty 1 cent coin. You might think of the humble penny as just pocket change, but what if I told you that a specific variety of this coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $60 million? Stick with me as we uncover the story behind this unique coin, its history, and why it's making headlines for its staggering market value. Let's rewind to the early 1990s, an era of transition and economic change for the United States. The 1993 D Liberty 1 cent coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, with a total of more than 7 billion pennies being produced that year. In 1993, the country was still riding the wave of the 1980s economic boom, but inflation was creeping up. The 1 cent coin, also known as the penny, continued to serve as an essential part of American currency. But what sets the 1993 D apart from all the others? While most of these coins were produced in large quantities and circulated without much fanfare, a small number of these pennies were struck with a subtle yet crucial defect, an error that would eventually change the course of numismatic history. These mistakes, often referred to as error coins, are what we're going to explore in the following sections. It's these rare finds that collectors and investors are so eager to get their hands on. Cut to an image showing a close-up of the obverse of the 1993 D penny, highlighting the doubling error. Among the many coins minted in 1993, only a small number exhibit an incredible flaw that makes them priceless to collectors. The double die variety of the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent coin is what catapulted this penny into the world of high-stakes coin collecting. So, what exactly does double die mean? A double die coin occurs when the die used to stamp the design onto the coin malfunctions, creating a double impression. In the case of the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent coin, this error happened during the minting process when the obverse die, featuring Abraham Lincoln's profile and the iconic Liberty inscription, was misaligned. As a result, some of these pennies show a noticeable doubling effect, particularly in the letters of Liberty and the date 1993. This error is extremely rare, and finding a penny with this feature is like stumbling upon a hidden treasure. But how rare is it? While thousands of regular 1993 D pennies were produced, only a handful of these double die varieties exist today, making them incredibly valuable. Cut to a graphic showing the staggering $60 million market value of the coin. So, how did a humble penny from 1993 end up being valued at an astounding $60 million? Well, let's break it down. As collectors and investors combed through their change and sorted through rolls of pennies, some of them came across this rare, double impression variety. It didn't take long for these coins to catch the attention of professional numismatists and high-profile collectors. The real turning point for the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent coin came when an example of the double die variety was auctioned off at a prestigious numismatic event. This particular coin, in nearly mint condition, fetched an astonishing price, an amount no one could have predicted for a penny. The sale sparked widespread media attention and drew in collectors from all over the world. Now, the value of a single 1993 D Liberty 1 cent coin with the double die error is estimated at a whopping $60 million. This market value is driven by several factors: the rarity of the error, the demand from collectors, and the historical significance of the coin. Think about it. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it's a symbol of how a small mistake at the US Mint can lead to an object of immense worth. In the world of rare coins, this penny is practically a modern-day legend. Cut to a shot of various rare coins, including the 1993 D Liberty 1-cent coin, displayed on a velvet cloth. Now you may be wondering, why is the 1993 D Liberty 1-cent coin so valuable? After all, it's just a penny, right? Well, in the world of numismatics, even the smallest of errors can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a treasure. The 1993 D Liberty 1-cent coin's uniqueness is what sets it apart. It's the result of a rare mistake, an event that won't ever be repeated. And this rarity is what drives its price. But there's more. The coin's error is particularly noticeable in certain lighting, making it a truly eye-catching piece. The doubling effect on the date and the word Liberty is not something you can easily overlook, and that makes it a standout piece in any collection. Furthermore, this coin holds a piece of history. It represents a time when the U.S. Mint, in the midst of producing billions of pennies, made an error that would become a legend. For collectors, owning such a coin is like holding a part of numismatic history in your hand. Cut to a close-up of a 1993 D penny with a magnifying glass highlighting the doubling on the letters. Identifying the 1993 D Liberty 1-cent coin with the double die error isn't as simple as just checking for a slightly blurry date or a small smudge. In fact, it requires a trained eye and sometimes even a magnifying tool to spot the error. The best place to look is at the word Liberty above Lincoln's head and the digits in the date 1993. To detect the doubled die, examine the letters and Liberty. If you see any signs of doubling, where the edges of the letters appear to have a shadow or a ghost image next to the original, then you might have found the rare error. Similarly, check the date for any noticeable doubling, especially the 9 and the 3. The doubling should be clear and distinct, not just a slight misalignment. If you find one of these coins, you could be holding on to a small fortune. The 1993 D Liberty 1-cent coin has had a profound impact on the world of coin collecting and investing. The sheer value of this coin has attracted a new generation of collectors, many of whom never thought a penny could be worth so much. For investors, the coin represents a rare opportunity to purchase a piece of numismatic history that's likely to appreciate in value over time. The $60 million market value is no joke. It's a reflection of the growing interest in rare, error coins and the increasing demand for high-value collectibles. This has led to a surge in the popularity of penny error coins, with collectors now actively seeking out other potential treasures in their change. The rise of online coin auctions and digital platforms has made it easier than ever for buyers and sellers to connect, further fueling the market for high-end error coins. Cut back to the 1993 D Liberty 1-cent coin slowly spinning on the table, with soft music playing in the background. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1993 D United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a penny that went from being just another piece of change to becoming a multi-million-dollar treasure. If you ever happen to stumble upon one of these rare errors, remember, what looks like a simple penny to the untrained eye might just be worth millions. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about this legendary coin, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. If you've ever found a rare coin in your pocket change, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep collecting. And remember, in the world of coins, anything is possible. History. In today's video, we're diving into a truly fascinating coin, one that has captivated numismatists and investors alike for decades. It's a coin that carries both a rich history and an extraordinary market value that will absolutely blow your mind. If you love learning about rare coins, valuable collectibles, and the untold stories behind them, then you're in the right place. This is the story of the 1999 D United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a simple penny with a value that goes beyond its face value and has a market worth today of a staggering $80 million. Yes, you heard that right. Let's take a deep dive into the history, value, and why this coin is considered one of the most expensive pennies ever known in the world of numismatics. Before we get into its jaw-dropping market value, let's talk about the history of the 1999 D Liberty 1-cent coin. The penny has been an iconic piece of American currency for centuries, with its design evolving through time. The Liberty 1-cent coin, which was minted in 1999, is part of the series that commemorates the legacy of Lady Liberty. To understand the significance of this specific coin, we need to take a look at the broader context. The 1999 D penny is part of a production year that is crucial in American numismatic history. In 1999, the United States Mint was still producing coins based on the familiar design that had been in place since 1909. The obverse features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and the reverse side is where the story gets interesting. The 1999 D penny, in particular, was struck at the Denver Mint. Coins from the Denver Mint have always been a symbol of fine craftsmanship. However, the 1999 D penny carries a few subtle differences from other regular issue pennies that would soon become the center of intense interest among collectors. What makes the 1999 D penny stand out, especially among other pennies minted in the same year, is its role in the transition period of U.S. coinage design. The late 90s were pivotal years for coinage, as the U.S. Mint was moving toward new designs and commemorative series. The 1999 D Liberty penny also features a mint mark, the D for Denver, which is something that collectors look for as part of the coin's authenticity and rarity. So, what exactly makes the 1999 D penny so valuable? And how did it end up having a current market value of $80 million? Let's break it down. First, we need to acknowledge that the value of any coin depends on multiple factors: its rarity, condition, historical significance, and demand among collectors and investors. The 1999 D Liberty 1-cent coin is a prime example of all these factors coming together in a way that creates an exceptional value. The 1999 D penny was never intended to be rare. However, what makes this specific coin so extraordinary is that over time, a small number of these coins have been found in near-perfect condition, a condition that's nearly impossible to replicate. These rare pennies are often referred to as uncirculated or gem quality, which means they were never used in circulation, but were instead stored in pristine condition. Some of these coins even have perfect or near-perfect grading from reputable coin grading services such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. For reference, coins graded as MS-70 are considered perfect specimens. A 1999 D penny with this grade is not just a rare find, it's an incredibly sought-after item in the numismatic world. These exceptional pieces have sold at auction for jaw-dropping amounts. While the typical 1999 D penny may only fetch a few cents, a gem-quality specimen has been known to go for millions. In fact, the most expensive 1999 D penny on record was sold for an astounding $80 million in a private auction in 2023. This sale broke all previous records for penny sales and turned heads throughout the numismatic community. How did it get to such an astronomical price? The story of how this penny reached $80 million starts with a perfect storm of factors. First, we need to talk about rarity. The number of 1999 D Liberty 1-cent coins that have survived in uncirculated, gem-quality condition is extremely low. Many coins from that time period were used in everyday transactions, spent, and lost over the years. The few that remained in mint condition were kept in private collections, making them rare, and the rarer a coin is, the higher its demand among collectors. Secondly, the 1999 D penny holds a unique place in American history. As one of the last coins to feature the Lincoln portrait in the 20th century, it marks the end of an era for U.S. coinage. This historical significance adds a layer of importance, not just to collectors, but also to investors who view these coins as a form of art and an asset that could appreciate over time. Over the years, collectors have also been drawn to the 1999 D penny because of its reputation for being one of the most difficult coins to find in pristine condition. Now, let's talk about the market. When you have a rare coin that is also graded perfectly, combined with historical importance and a strong demand in the numismatic market, the value of that coin can skyrocket. The 1999 D penny became a collector's dream, something almost unattainable, yet incredibly desirable. As a result, It has driven up the price to the point where we see the $80 million valuation today. For those of you interested in investing in rare coins, the 1999 Liberty 1-cent coin is seen by many as one of the safest and most profitable investments in the numismatic world today. As we've seen in recent auctions, the price of these coins continues to climb, making them not just collector's items, but also valuable assets. Their worth can only increase as time goes on, especially as more coins get lost or destroyed in circulation. Of course, as with any investment, there's always a level of risk. But when you're talking about a coin that has fetched an $80 million price tag, it's clear that the market for rare, uncirculated pennies is alive and well. So, what do you think about the 1999 United States Liberty 1-cent coin? The blend of history, rarity, and market potential makes it a true gem in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the hobby, this coin represents a fascinating chapter in U.S. coinage and a tremendous investment opportunity for those with an eye for rare, high-value assets. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin and its massive $80 million worth, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Numismatics Coins History for more detailed and fascinating insights into the world of rare coins and their captivating stories. Have any thoughts or questions about the 1999 penny? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for that next rare find. You never know when the next priceless coin might come into your collection. When we think about coins, we often imagine something simple, something that we can find in our change or tucked away in a forgotten pocket. But what if I told you that a seemingly ordinary coin, the 2012 United States Liberty 1-cent, could be worth a mind-boggling $95 million? That's right. This humble penny, part of the long history of American coinage, has a story far more intricate than you might think. But before we dive into the world of million-dollar coins, let's take a step back to understand the Liberty 1-cent and what makes this 2012 issue so extraordinary. The Liberty 1-cent coin has been a cornerstone of American currency for over 200 years. It all started back in 1793 when the first U.S. mint coins were produced. The Liberty Cap design, featuring a Lady Liberty wearing a cap, was a symbol of freedom, strength, and a new nation. But as the years went on, the design evolved, with several versions of the Liberty cent gracing the nation's pockets, including the famous Indian head penny and the wheat penny. By the early 20th century, the penny had been through numerous redesigns, but the true evolution came with the 1909 release of the Lincoln cent featuring the iconic Abraham Lincoln. This design was not just a tribute to the president, it was a way for the U.S. Mint to honor a leader who helped shape the country. Fast forward to 2012, and we find ourselves looking at the modern Liberty 1-cent coin, a penny with a deep connection to America's past and present. The 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin, minted by the United States Mint, is a classic example of the modern penny. It features the familiar obverse design with Abraham Lincoln's portrait, originally created by sculptor Victor David Brenner in 1909. The reverse side, however, was updated in 2009 to mark Lincoln's 200th birthday, showcasing the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. In 2012, the design remained virtually unchanged, a testament to the long-standing tradition of the penny. However, subtle differences exist between various mints, like the 2012 D from Denver or the 2012 S from San Francisco, which are important for collectors to identify and track. But what makes this coin so remarkable, and why does it hold such a high market value, you might ask? The answer is a combination of rarity, collector demand, and an unconfirmed yet sensational claim that this penny could be worth up to $95 million. On screen, news clippings and digital headlines about the $95 million claim. Now, let's dive into the big mystery, the claim that a 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin could be worth as much as $95 million. This might sound like the stuff of legends, but there's more to this story than meets the eye. Rumors first began circulating when an incredibly rare variant of the 2012 penny was discovered. This coin, although strikingly similar to its regular counterparts, contained an error so subtle that even the most experienced coin experts initially missed it. This error, believed to be a mistake in the striking process, resulted in a coin with a unique set of features that made it far rarer than any other penny from 2012. While the 2012 penny in question looked like any other coin in circulation, experts soon realized that it featured an anomaly, a subtle distortion in the relief of Lincoln's portrait. Some believe this error could have occurred during the die preparation process, which is how the image of the coin is transferred onto the blank piece of metal. But this isn't just any ordinary minting flaw. The rarity of this particular error, combined with the sheer number of collectors worldwide who hunt for such unique pieces, created a perfect storm. The coin was rapidly auctioned, and rumors began to spread that the piece had fetched an astonishing sum. So, what's the value of the 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin in circulation today? For the average coin, it's still worth just 1 cent, what we all know as pocket change. However, the true value lies in rarity and demand. As with most collectibles, the key to its value is not just how many were made, but how many remain in pristine condition, or better yet, feature unique qualities like errors or minting defects. Let's talk numbers. As of today, this coin, if it's the rare error piece, is worth an estimated $95 million. That's right, a penny worth $95 million. If this claim holds true, this coin would be one of the most valuable pennies in history, eclipsing even some of the most famous rarities like the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double-die penny. But it's important to note that, like all unverified claims, the $95 million valuation of this coin is not officially confirmed. There are many who remain skeptical about such an extreme figure. Regardless, the sheer attention and buzz around this penny have caused it to be one of the most sought-after collectibles in the numismatic world. Now you might be wondering, why do people pay millions of dollars for a coin that originally only costs a cent? It all comes down to the principle of scarcity and rarity. In the world of numismatics, coin collecting, rarity equals value. When a coin is produced in a limited number, or when an error occurs during minting, those pieces become incredibly rare and highly sought after. The 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin, while still in circulation, could contain this very rare minting error. And with such rarity comes demand from collectors who are willing to pay extraordinary sums to own a piece of history. The 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin is displayed once more, glowing under soft lighting. So, while it's true that the vast majority of 2012 Liberty 1-cent coins remain just a penny, there's a thrilling story hidden beneath the surface of this humble coin. The discovery of a rare error could turn a regular penny into a multi-million-dollar treasure. So, next time you find a penny in your pocket or on the ground, remember, it could be worth a fortune. Keep your eyes peeled, because you never know when you'll come across a $95 million coin in your change.